Imagine uncovering a tomb in ancient Egypt, sealed away in darkness for over 3,000 years. Inside, surrounded by gold, jewelry, and priceless treasures, archaeologists discover something unexpected. A simple clay jar. Curious, they carefully open it. Inside is a thick, golden liquid. And unbelievably, it's still perfectly safe to eat. That liquid is honey. It's the only natural food on Earth that can remain edible for thousands of years. But how can tiny insects create something that outlives entire civilizations? Welcome to Simple Facts. Today, we're uncovering the incredible science hidden inside an ordinary jar of honey. The story of honey doesn't actually begin with bees, it begins with flowers. To attract pollinators, flowers produce a sweet liquid called nectar. This sugary reward is what brings worker bees from flower to flower. A single worker bee may visit up to 1,500 flowers in a single day. And to make just 1 pound of honey, an entire colony must collect nectar from around 2 million flowers. Together, those bees fly a total distance roughly equal to circling the earth 3 times. When a bee lands on a flower, it doesn't drink the nectar like we drink juice. Instead, it stores it inside a special organ called the honey stomach. This isn't its real stomach. It's a separate storage pouch designed specifically for carrying nectar back to the hive. And while the nectar sits inside, something remarkable begins to happen. Special enzymes immediately start breaking the nectar's complex sugars into simpler ones, mainly glucose and fructose. The transformation has already begun. Once the bee returns to the hive, it doesn't pour the nectar into the honeycomb. Instead, it passes it to another worker bee, mouth. The receiving bee continues processing the nectar for nearly 30 minutes, adding even more enzymes. These enzymes create tiny amounts of gluconic acid and hydrogen peroxide. Together, they make a liquid highly acidic and naturally hostile to bacteria and fungi. It's becoming safer, but it still isn't honey. At this stage, the liquid contains far too much water. If left alone, it would quickly ferment and spoil. So the bees spread the nectar into the tiny hexagonal cells of the honeycomb. Then, thousands of bees begin beating their wings simultaneously. Their wings create a constant flow of warm air through the hive. This natural ventilation slowly evaporates the water. The moisture drops from around 80% to less than 18%. Without enough water, bacteria and microorganisms simply can't survive. Once the honey reaches the perfect consistency, the bees seal each cell with a thin layer of fresh beeswax. Now it's protected from moisture and air, ready to feed the colony throughout winter. This combination of very low moisture, high sugar concentration, and natural acidity is exactly why honey almost never spoils. It's nature's perfect food preservative. The next time you stir honey into your tea or drizzle it over toast, remember this: a single worker bee produces only about 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey during her entire lifetime. That single spoonful represents millions of flowers, thousands of miles of flight, and the teamwork of an entire colony. It's not just food, it's one of nature's greatest masterpieces. If you enjoyed discovering the hidden science behind everyday things, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join Simple Facts for more amazing secrets hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.